Everybody, welcome to today's session all about burring your way to success. For all of my real estate investors out there, happy Saturday. First things first is that on Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are having our How to Fund Your BRRRR session. So if you are a real estate investor and you're looking for ways to fund your BRRRR, then you definitely want to be there. Check the description box for the link and register. Somebody asked me if there was if it was going to be recorded. The answer is yes. The session will be recorded, but in order to get the recording, you must be registered. Okay, so first question you may be asking is, what in the world is BRRRR, right? It is an acronym that stands for buy, rehab, rent, refinance, and repeat. And it is a way that real estate investors are actually building their wealth by allocating a certain amount of money initially into buying their first project, going through this process of buying the project, rehabbing it, renting it out for cash flow, then refinancing the property and taking that cash and repeating the process, meaning buying a second property, third property, fourth property, etc. So imagine if you're able to do that once a year over a 10-year period, you could be at the top 1% of real estate investors in this country, right? Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to talk about today are the 7 biggest reasons that real estate investors fail. Number one is lack of time management. For most of us as real estate investors, this is a side hustle, a side thing that we're doing. Therefore, we do not allocate the right amount of time or enough time consistently in order to be successful. Hey, Coupe de Ville. Hello, welcome. Okay, so what I often suggest to people is for you to have office hours. What do I mean by that? For your 9 to 5, you usually have a time that your boss expects you in and the time that you can clock out, right? And the only time you call in sick or play hooky is if you have a planned vacation or if the kids are bleeding. You want to think about doing that within your real estate investment business as well, where you have your little sign that hangs out in front of on the door of your home office. And you basically tell husband or wife and kids and mom and whoever lives with you, do not come in this room unless you all are going to the ER, right? And your family really counts that as sacred time for you. And then with your time management during those office hours, using that time for prospecting, for talking with prospective sellers, with if you're a wholesaler, with regards to talking with prospective buyers, adding them to your wholesaling list, et cetera, et cetera. So those are your office hours. So lack of time management is one of the reasons why real estate investors fail. Number two, fear of failure. Fear of failure. I'm reading this book right now again called The Millionaire Real Estate Investor by Gary Keller. And he has a whole section in here that talks about the fact that money lives on the other side of fear. Money lives on the other side of fear. If you have a fear that you won't get the funding that you need once you get a, uh, a prospective seller, then that's going to stop your progress. And that's what we're here for. Again, come to the webinar on Monday evening, 6 o'clock Eastern time, in order to figure out how we're able to get you the funding that you need. But we can be your funding source. There are other people that can help you as well with regards to the other aspects that you need for actually being successful as a real estate investor. But number two, fear of failure is the reason why real estate investors are not successful. Number three, failure to implement and fear of implementation, analysis by paralysis. You thinking about doing something to think about doing something to think about doing something instead of saying, today is D Day. I'm going to work, for 2 hours today. I'm going to put my script together. And on Monday, I'm going to start making calls to prospective sellers. I'm going to make calls to FISBOs, which means for sale by owner. I'm going to make calls to absentee landlords or out of state landlords to see if they want to sell, right? It is, analysis by paralysis and fear of implementation. Number four reason why people are failing at the real estate investment business is lack of perseverance. You do something for a week and then you stop. And then you do something like 6 weeks from now and then you stop instead of that consistent commitment with regards to your business. So this is not a get rich quick thing. This is a methodical, yet if you follow the formulas, you can definitely make both cash and cash flow and build your net worth with real estate investing. So, hey, Goddess Athena, good to see you, my dear. Okay, the next thing is lack of education. Lack of education. These are part of the seven biggest reasons why real estate investors fail. Lack of education. When you are speaking to a prospective seller, you don't know what to say to them. You don't know how to show empathy and emotion while still protecting your downside. You don't necessarily have the right contracts that protect you in the state that you're in. You don't know in certain states that you have to be a real estate agent in order to do wholesaling, versus being an investor and actually purchasing the property. There are things that you will need with regards to education, but being around a group of people who are caring and who will give you the education that you need in order to be successful and who are trustworthy and not just trying to steal deals from you, that's going to be essential to your success. So, lack of education is another reason why a lot of real estate investors are failing. All right, number six, lack of a network. I always tell you, it's not what you know, it's not who you know, it's who knows you. Do the right people know you? I went this past week to two Chamber of Commerce events because we moved into this county several years ago, and I've really been networking in this county. And I've decided, you know what? I want to start buying and getting to know the real estate people in this county. Well, as I built my network and they know, hey, if you have somebody who has an issue with real estate with pre-foreclosure or having issues with senior citizens needing to move, but they have a lot of rehabbing that needs to be done, et cetera, for their properties, give me a call. As I'm building those networks, more and more and more properties, off-market deals are going to fall into my lap. You need to have networks of people who know who you are and clearly know where you fit in the real estate space. The final reason that real estate investors fail is lack of funds, lack of money. You don't have the connect for money. And that's where I come in. You can call me your money honey if you want to. Hey, everybody, I'm Cherie. Yes. So, again, on Monday evening, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to have a session about how to fund your BRRRR. And during that session, I'm going to talk about different programs that are out there, what the criteria are for those programs. I'm going to talk to you about the money that you can get to buy properties, the money that you can get for earnest money deposits if you don't have EMD money. I'm going to talk to you about money for rehabbing and construction. I'm going to talk to you about what you need to refinance those properties, educating you with regards to that. And I'm even going to tell you how to get money for operating your business, even if you have bad credit. I got a program for my people with not so great credit. I've got other programs for my people who have great credit and you're looking for lines of credit or other types of business credit. Have access to all of that for you. So that's what we're going to talk about. Check in the description, sign up. The webinar is free. If you're not able to attend, don't worry about it. Just sign up and we'll make sure to get you the replay. So, how do you BRRRR your way to success? Because that's the topic for today, right? Number one is dealing with the reasons that most real estate investors fail head on. Like, again, dealing with the time management issue. How are you going to manage your schedule? Dealing with that fear of failure, facing that failure head on, right? Dealing with failure and fear of implementation with regards to analysis paralysis. Dealing with lack of perseverance, saying, you know what, no matter what, I am in this at least for the next 6 months, right? Or the next year, or however much time you need in order to be successful. My boss and I were talking earlier this week, and he did say that most people, it takes 6 months to really see the ball rolling with this. So I would say minimum, give yourself 6 months. Deal with the lack of education, getting around a group of people who can give you the education you need in order to find deals, close deals, get the funding you need. That's us, hopefully. We'll be your connect for that, and help you actually go through the BRRRR process over and over and over again. Dealing with the lack of network, figuring out where to network, how to give your elevator pitch, all of those things, so that people, realtors, title companies, construction people, contractors. This past week at the Chamber of Commerce, I met guys who did roofing, siding, all sorts of things around the house. They will be able to give you those off market deals if you know them and you know how to present yourself in such a way that you are their connect to help their family, their friends, people in their neighborhoods, people that are their clients, right? And the number seven is the lack of funds. And we're always talking about, you know, dealing with these things head on. Again, lack of funds. We hope that we are going to be your connect with regards to that. Um, so average sucks. Average sucks in this country right now. Hey, Jerry, good to see you. Um, the economy is it's waffly right now. There are going to be a lot of people losing their jobs due to robotics. There are going to be a lot of people losing their jobs due to AI. There's a lot of layoffs happening right now. A lot of the COVID restrictions are off or over with regards to evictions and foreclosures. Evictions were the first things that they started dealing with, and now people are saying that they are starting to see more foreclosures happening as well. There are going to be a lot of people that need our help, that need us to serve them with regards to taking houses off their hands, giving them a breather, giving them another ability to be able to, or giving them the ability to be able to move on with their lives. Yeah, it's good to see you too, my dear. Um, and we have the ability to be that, as well as gain wealth, as well as BRRRR our way to success during this time period. And I definitely want to encourage you with regards to creating your systems in your business, in your real estate investing business, having a system for buying properties, having a system for rehabbing properties, having a system for renting properties, having a system for refinancing those properties, and having a system for repeating the process over and over and over again. That's your BRRRR system. And once you have those systems and you have those networks and you have the money, you can BRRRR your way to success. You can definitely do it. So again, Monday evening, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we're having a free webinar about how to fund your BRRRR. If you check the description box, it's a free webinar. Just check the description box, sign up for the webinar. If you cannot attend live, sign up anyway. We'll send you the replay. Again, we're going to talk about funding for buying, rehabbing, and refinancing, the criteria that you need, funding for EMD deposits. That stands for earnest money deposits, if you need help with that, as well as funding for your operations. So There's, costs with regards to prop stream or batch leads and skip tracing costs and things like that. And you may have the money and say, but if I can leverage somebody else's money, I want to be able to do that. So, hey, Coach K. So, again, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time is going to be our session with regards to funding your BRRRR. But I just want to tell you, you could burn your way to success. You could build a real estate empire, and I'm here to help you with regards to that. Over the next several months, we're going to have a lot of different webinars with regards to funding, loans, grants. If you want to do affordable housing projects, we're going to have more information with regards to that. If you want to be in the know with when those things are going to happen, sign up for Monday's webinar. That way, at least get you on our email list. And then as we have those other discussions, we'll be able to give you that information as well so that you can be in the know. There's a lot of money out there. I've been helping people over the past 12 years raise capital from banks and angel investors. I know a lot of hidden places for money. I've got my grant database that has relaunched as well. So, yeah, I want to be the connect with regards to helping you fund your businesses. So, again, Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time is going to be the webinar, How to Fund Your BRRRR. In the meantime, hope you have a great weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Take care. Bye.